Hey everybody, welcome to Real Estate Today. And on this episode of Ask Connie, I'm answering a question from John, who's over in Salem. So thank you, John. He wants to know, what is a buyer's agent and why do I need one? Thank you so much for submitting these questions. Thank you to everyone out there. I really love answering all these questions and I love connecting with all of you. It's been a blast. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so buyer's agent, what is it? Okay. This is huge because a lot of people don't really understand, and it's hard because a lot of brokers out there just assume people know the process, and there's just a lot of questions that are unanswered out there. And even on the internet, it's hard to find certain things. So that's why I am doing my podcast, why I'm doing my show, because I really want people to have a full grasp on the whole process. So a buyer's agent. Okay, so a buyer's agent is not someone that you call on a sign that says for sale. That is the listing broker. Many of you already know that. But a lot of you don't know that if you continue working with the listing agent on a transaction, that broker becomes what's called a dual agent and ends up working for both the buyer and seller, but their fiduciary responsibility is for that seller, and they try their very best to get the highest price for the seller. And they are not able to do all these things that a buyer's agent would do for you. And the number one thing would be they're not even allowed to do a value report for you to see if the property is overpriced, and they're not even supposed to suggest an offer price for you. So what is a buyer's agent? So a buyer's agent works exclusively for you as the buyer and has your best interest in mind. They work for you to get the best possible price and terms for any property that you are interested in. The first step with a buyer's agent and what they do for you is they help you connect with a mortgage broker. They help you with that pre-approval connection. Should get to know you. I know at least I do, and there are a lot of brokers that don't do this, but I think that they're doing a disservice to their client. Really want to get to know your buyer and to almost know exactly what they are looking for without them even knowing what they're looking for. I mean, I've sold a lot of properties to buyers that wouldn't even have thought of coming through some of these homes, and it ended up being their perfect dream home. And that had a lot to do with really getting to know them and understanding their needs and wants. It was more than just number of bedrooms and a price point. It was really just, the whole package. So that would be the first thing that they do. They find homes for you that are not even listed on the multiple listing. There's a lot on the market that are not officially on the market yet. So even right now, where it's a seller's market, we in the office, we kind of have a heads up on something that someone's working on or another broker from another agency is working on, and I can help expedite that process or get my client in that house before it's even marketed, which gives my client the advantage there, obviously. They help negotiate, this is without saying, the best price and terms for the client. A lot of people don't know that, it is more than just sometimes the price when it comes to an offer. It's the terms, it's things like that that go a long way for getting that house that you love. They also perform what's called a CMA for you, which is a market value report, which helps determine if that property's asking price is within reason. Is it overpriced? Is it aggressively priced? Things like that. Also, they'll attend the home inspection and help write up the offer for you prior to the home inspection. They'll help point out any kind of material defects in the home that they can see visible to the eye. And if there isn't material defects, they can actually help you find connections on what to do with the property. So there's a lot that goes along with the buyer's agent, and it's crazy to me sometimes to think of anyone that doesn't use one, because again, that listing agent works exclusively for the seller. And also a benefit to the buyer is that it's no cost to the buyer for using a buyer's agent. That buyer's agent gets paid through the sale of the property with the commission that the seller is already paying to the listing broker. So it splits in half usually, and it is provided to that buyer's agent at closing. So I hope that answers your question, John. Thank you again for submitting. Keep them coming. I love answering them. Make sure to visit me at askconnie.info, where you can submit all your real estate questions and I can answer them live on my show. Thanks so much.